right? So people who come in and they're here for their scans, is my cancer back or not? I'm not going to start out saying, what did you do this summer?
Did you see the Super Bowl? Yeah.
Right. So for that person who's coming for a singular data point, they're coming to say, like, they want to have the relationship, but they're holding their breath.
Yeah.
You know, they're getting scans every 3 months.
And how hard is it to give that bad news?
You walk in and you say, hey, let me just move the elephant to the side here. Like, your scans look great.
Mm-hmm.
They look totally great. Everything's clean. What did you do last summer?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what'd you do this summer? How was it? What's going on with your kids, your brother, whatever?
Mm-hmm.
You have to do that for them because they're not, not able to open themselves up in any meaningful way to a conversation until they get that data point. They're not interested in talking about the summer till they know they're good. And if they're not good, you're not going to get to the summer.
Right.
If they're not good, it's, here's the bad news. We do see tumors back. We have to do X, Y, and Z. And in those meetings, you have to go in with a plan or an acknowledgement of, here's how I'm going to get to a plan. Sometimes I don't have the plan. Like, they get the scans that morning and I look and it's a problem. I say, this is really not the news we wanted to see. We do see the cancer's back, but I've got Dr. X and Dr. Y and Dr. Z. I've already sent them a note. We're going to meet later tonight and talk about which thing goes first: surgery, radiation, chemo, whatever. And I'm going to get back to you later.
I imagine for you, it's very, very difficult. Just knowing you, it's very difficult to deliver that bad news. I mean, you're a grown man and you have a job to do and you do it. But I imagine that also takes like an emotional toll on you.
Yeah. I mean, there's no question that there is a weight of these conversations, and there's sort of you feel like an aging process in yourself of this stuff where you just feel like, I don't know how long I could do this stuff of being in this type of conversation all day, every day. The flip side is, like anything else in life that we all deal with, like, the concern about the conversation is much harder than the conversation. Every person out there dreads stuff that they have to deal with in their life.
For sure.
It's what Dad always talked about. It's like, sooner begun, sooner done. And like, you start these conversations, but in this case, I think what you find is you're buoyed by just enormous strength of other people. No one walking in and saying, I went and got a scan this morning and it might have tumor, it might not. Like, no one had it outside the realm of possibility that they were going to be having this conversation. Everyone knew going into that scanner, there might be bad news attached to this. And so, does it suck? It sucks. It sucks for everybody. And like, you can't ever, no matter how many times you have it, you can't ever kind of truly empathize and say, like, what would it feel like on the other side? You don't know till you're on that side of that coin. But I think the flip side is, people, when they're told straight bad news and they're told that you're walking the path with them and that you're in it and that you got the best team possible. And if there's any part of your team you don't think is the best team, you're going to go find the best team. You're going to talk to every colleague everywhere if it's a problem that you think is outside of your grasp. And, you're going to bring the best that we have in modern medicine to bear. People turn to that. I mean, people feel like it is bad news that you are giving them, but that they are totally aligned with you in battling that.
I would imagine, to a certain extent, like, how much you care about the person isn't necessarily what's important. It's how dedicated you are to fighting this thing. And like, how do you manage that? And is that just something, is that something you do like consciously, or?
Yeah, I think people get that, a physician is a really good doctor, is someone who can help, but it's not someone who dictates the outcome. In the end, a lot of this stuff, there's a lot out of our control in medicine, and there is some in our control. And so I think the more, what I would strive for, what I would tell our residents and fellows to strive for in these conversations, is that if the person walks out of that room saying that person is capable and is totally dedicated to bringing the best of everything they've got to be on my team, that's what I can ask for out of that visit. Not more,
Uh-huh.
not a good outcome.
Right.
They can't guarantee a good outcome, right?
Right.
There's a humility to it, but I think there's also a divorcing yourself from the outcome of the disease being the only thing you can offer somebody. It's not. And I think in medicine, we really go in saying like cancer is going to be cured or not cured. It's binary, success, failure, right? And of course, as surgeons, we really kind of pathologically look at the world that way sometimes. I mean, it either goes well or it doesn't. It's totally not right. You know, they're some of the closest relationships I've got are with folks who either passed away or with the loved ones of people who passed away. And like, do I sit and stare at the ceiling and say like, what could we have done differently? Is there anything, any